love done correctly should be identical to godly love, which strengthens and builds people up. Unfortunately, human love can be crippling, suffocating, and weak. Our society has been weakened by blind charity and government aid going out freely to those who are able but refuse to work or take responsibility for their own lives. We wear ourselves out trying to protect and fix the lives of others, often leading to social exhaustion. So today we're going to take a look at examples of God's love and compare them to the weaknesses in human love. Let's first look at God's perfect love. God shows His love for us by always being near us. He interacts with us and gives us good things in life even though we don't deserve them. God is full of mercy and patience and is slow to anger. He loves us all unconditionally and always forgives us when we ask. If we look at God's love manifested through Jesus here on earth, we see that Jesus showed love and mercy to the people and crowds that came to hear Him by healing, feeding, and hanging out with them. But within the warm fuzziness of God's love is also something we call tough love. God punishes, disciplines, and corrects us when we need it, as a parent does with their child. Jesus brought tough love to earth when He told people to repent of their sins and get it together. Jesus was not worried about being politically correct or popular, nor did He aim to please everyone. Remember the story of the adulterous woman that the townspeople were about to stone to death? Jesus saved her from death, but didn't coddle her or approve of her behavior to be nice or to win her over. He said, "Go and sin no more." Yes, Jesus rebuked people, even His closest friends and family, when necessary. He did not magically fix their lives for them, but He loved people enough to speak truth into their life. In the Old Testament, God punished nations and people through wars, plagues, and famines to show them their sin and to bring them back into a right relationship with Him. An example of this is God punishing Israel for worshiping other gods by making them prisoners of Assyria and Babylon and taking their land away from them. Yes, God often lets us suffer through our mistakes, punishments, and trials because He loves us and wants to strengthen, teach, and correct us. He wants us to develop and mature as people and, to save us from being severely punished in hell someday. Our human love stands in contrast to perfect godly love. When we fail to discipline our children, when we spoil our loved ones with money and material things, or when we enable people to continue in their sin or destructive behavior because we don't want to lose their love or friendship. We are not using godly love when we spend time worrying or are excessively protective over loved ones instead of trusting God. The negative results of these ungodly aspects of human love are depression, social exhaustion, drug and alcohol abuse, anxiety, stress and health problems, laziness, disrespect, and eventual sin and damnation. So how should we practice godly love in our lives and live it out day to day? I'll be honest, it can be painful and take some effort on our part. To begin to understand godly love, we must become students of it by exploring the examples in the Bible, especially Jesus and how he lived his life and demonstrated love. We should be teaching and disciplining our children. We should always be forgiving, but we should not be continuing to enable sinful or destructive behaviors such as violence, drug and alcohol use, disrespect, greed, laziness, or libertine behavior. We need to be generous, but also use wisdom and discernment when giving to charity. The road to hell can be paved with good intentions, but godly truth, hardship, and discipline brings life. We are all going to have some disagreements as to what perfect godly love is. So, in love, be prayerful, wise, forgiving, compassionate, merciful, and when in doubt, ask yourself this: WWJD, what would Jesus do? And take your questions to God in prayer. That's all for today. God bless and have a great week.